She won't always say it, but her behavior starts talking. A woman will not always tell you she is attracted to you in a clean sentence. She may not say, "I like you." She may not make the first move. She may not even let her face give too much away when you are standing in front of her. Sometimes she will act normal on purpose because she does not want to look too open. She does not want to feel like she gave you power too early. So while you are waiting for something obvious, she is showing it in smaller ways. She notices where you are in the room. She reacts a little faster when your name comes up. She remembers something you said 2 weeks ago. She laughs at something that was barely a joke. She finds a reason to ask you a question she could have asked someone else. And if you are not paying attention, you will miss all of it, because you are expecting attraction to walk up to you with a signboard. A lot of men miss these signs because they only trust the loud ones. If she is not touching him, texting first every day, complimenting him directly, or making it impossible to misunderstand, he assumes there is nothing there. Then later, he finds out she liked him, and he starts asking himself how he did not see it. The answer is simple. You were looking for a confession. She was giving you openings. There's a difference. A woman who is secretly attracted may not throw herself at you. She may test the temperature first. She may give you a little more conversation than she gives other men. She may stay near you without making it look planned. She may act casual while quietly checking whether you are watching. She may give you enough room to step forward, then pretend she did not create the room. That is how attraction often moves when a woman wants to feel safe before she makes it clear. This is why you have to learn the pattern, not just the moment. One smile does not mean she wants you. One reply does not mean she is interested. One look across the room does not mean you should start building a whole story in your head. But when those little moments keep repeating, when her energy keeps changing around you, when she keeps creating chances for you to talk, when ordinary moments start feeling a little more personal, then you are no longer looking at random behavior. You are looking at interest trying to stay hidden. And the men who understand this do not chase every signal like starving men. They stay calm, they watch, they respond with confidence. They know attraction is not always loud at the beginning. Sometimes it starts with a woman pretending she is not paying attention while paying attention to everything. She notices you before she talks to you. A woman can notice you long before she gives you a real conversation. You may think the first sign starts when she speaks, but sometimes she has already been watching how you move for days. She notices how you enter a place. She notices whether you look comfortable in your own skin, or whether you are scanning the room for approval. She notices how you talk to people who cannot give you anything. She notices if other people seem relaxed around you, if your friends respect you, if you carry yourself like a man with something going on outside the moment. She may not stare directly. She may not make it obvious, but she catches small details. Your shoes, your voice, the way you stand when you are not trying to impress anyone, the way you react when someone jokes with you, the way you handle attention without getting thirsty for more. This is where a lot of attraction starts quietly, not from one perfect line, not from some magic sentence you say to make her want you. It starts when she sees something about you that makes her curious. Maybe you are not the loudest man in the room, but you do not look uncomfortable being silent. Maybe other men are trying hard to be seen, and you are just present without forcing yourself into every conversation. Maybe you speak once, and people listen because you do not waste words. Maybe she sees you focused on your work, your training, your business, your life, and something about that catches her attention. Women often notice the man who looks like he is not begging the room to choose him. That does not mean you act cold or arrogant. It means your energy is not leaning forward, asking, "Do you see me? Do you approve of me? Am I enough?" You are there, but you are not performing for permission. And when she has noticed you before talking to you, the conversation feels different when it finally happens. She may act like it is casual, but her mind already has information about you. She might mention something you did last week. She might know your routine without admitting she has been paying attention. She might say, "You are always quiet," or "You are always busy," or "I saw you the other day," like it is nothing. It is not nothing. That is her revealing that you have been in her awareness before you ever had a real moment together. The sign is not just that she looks at you. The sign is that she has been collecting little pieces of you and then pretending it was accidental. So do not ignore the woman who seems to know small things about you before she should. She may not be ready to say she is attracted, but her attention has already arrived before her words did. She replies like she has more to say. A woman who is secretly attracted to you usually does not reply like she is trying to escape the conversation. That is one of the easiest things to miss, because you may be looking for big flirting, hearts, compliments, or her texting you first every morning. Sometimes the sign is much smaller than that. You send a normal message, and she gives you something you can actually work with. She does not just say, "Okay." She does not answer like she is closing a door. She adds a little detail. She asks a small question. She reacts to what you said instead of brushing past it. She may tease you, challenge you, explain herself more than necessary, or turn a simple reply into a small conversation. That extra effort matters. A woman who wants nothing from you usually makes the conversation die clean. She gives short replies, delayed replies, and no new opening. She does not help you keep it alive. But when she likes you, even if she is trying to hide it, her replies often carry a little hook inside them. Pay attention to the difference between politeness and interest. Politeness answers the question. Interest gives you another reason to stay. If you ask how her day was, politeness says, "It was fine." Interest says, "It was fine, but something funny happened today." And now you have a door to walk through. If you make a joke, politeness sends a quick laugh and disappears. Interest laughs, then adds something. Maybe teases you back, maybe brings up a related story, maybe keeps the tone moving. She may not say, "I want to keep talking to you," because that feels too obvious. So she does it another way. She keeps placing small pieces on the table. A detail about her day, a question about your life, a playful disagreement, a memory from something you said before. She is not just replying, she is building a bridge while pretending she is only answering normally. This is where you need to stay calm and read the rhythm. Do not turn one good reply into a whole fantasy. Some women are naturally friendly. Some people text with detail because that is just how they talk. The sign becomes stronger when it keeps happening with you in a way that feels different. She keeps giving you more than the message required. She keeps finding another angle when the conversation could end. She lets the chat go quiet, then later brings it back with something random, like she just happened to remember. She sends something that reminds her of you. She asks a question she did not need to ask. That is not always an accident. That can be attraction trying to stay safe. She is giving you room to lead without having to stand there exposed. And if you are smart, you do not pounce on it like you have been starving for proof. You match the energy. You keep it light. You give her something solid to respond to. Because when a woman replies like she has more to say, she may be quietly showing you that she does not want the conversation to end. She finds a reason to be in your space. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she may not come straight out and say she wants to be near you. She will just start appearing in places where being near you makes sense enough to deny. Same corner of the room, same group conversation, same timing at the door, same table where your friends are sitting. She asks a question she probably could have asked someone else. She stands close enough for you to notice, but not close enough to make it obvious. She passes by and acts like she did not know you were there. Then somehow it keeps happening. That is the part you have to pay attention to. One moment can be random. A pattern is not always random. Sometimes attraction does not announce itself with words. Sometimes it just keeps reducing the distance between two people until one of them finally does something about it. She finds a reason to be in your space. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she may not come straight out and say she wants to be near you. She will just start appearing in places where being near you makes sense enough to deny. Same corner of the room, same group conversation, same timing at the door, same table where your friends are sitting. She asks a question she probably could have asked someone else. She stands close enough for you to notice, but not close enough to make it obvious. She passes by and acts like she did not know you were there. Then somehow it keeps happening. That is the part you have to pay attention to. One moment can be random. A pattern is not always random. Sometimes attraction does not announce itself with words. Sometimes it just keeps reducing the distance between two people until one of them finally does something about it. This is especially common when she does not want to look too forward. She may want your attention, but she does not want to feel like she is chasing you. So she creates a situation where you can talk to her without her having to make the first real move. She might sit where you can easily approach. She might join a conversation you are already in. She might ask about something small, just to start a little exchange. She might linger after everyone else leaves, giving you a chance to say something. She might keep finding reasons to borrow, ask, check, comment, or pass through your space. On the surface, it looks innocent. Underneath it, she is testing whether you will notice the opening. She's not always trying to trap you or play games. Sometimes she is protecting herself from rejection, while still making it easier for you to step closer. The mistake is acting like every woman who stands near you must want you. That is how you become the guy who reads too much into nothing and makes things awkward. The real sign is when closeness comes with other signals. She gets near you and then pays attention to how you respond. She enters your space and then gives you a look, a smile, a little comment, a softer tone. She does not just happen to be around once. She keeps creating small chances for contact. And when you respond calmly, she does not shut it down. She stays. She gives you a little more. She makes the moment easier instead of harder. That is when you should understand what is happening. She may not be ready to say, "I came here because of you," but her body, her timing, and her little excuses are already telling you she wants to be close enough for something to start. She acts casual while making sure you see her. A woman who is secretly attracted to you may try to look natural while quietly making sure you notice her. That is the funny part. She does not want to seem like she is trying, but she still wants your eyes to land on her. So she adjusts herself when you come around. She fixes her hair, changes her posture, checks her outfit, becomes a little more aware of how she is standing, sitting, laughing, or moving. She may suddenly become more playful with her friends when she knows you are close enough to see it. She may laugh a little louder than the moment required. She may move into your line of sight and then act like she did not know you were looking. To a man who is not paying attention, it looks like nothing. To a man who knows how attraction hides, it looks like a woman trying to be seen without having to admit she wants to be seen. This is not always about vanity. Sometimes she is checking your reaction. She wants to know if she has your attention. She wants to know if you notice her the way she notices you. So she creates small moments where you can reveal yourself without her risking too much. Maybe she walks past you slower than she needed to. Maybe she starts talking near you but keeps glancing to see if you are listening. Maybe she posts something and waits to see if you react. Maybe she acts completely focused on something else, but the moment you look away, she checks whether you are watching. That kind of behavior can be easy to miss because she wraps it inside normal movement. She can always say she was just talking to her friends, just passing by, just fixing her clothes, just being herself. And maybe she is. But when it keeps happening around you more than around everyone else, you need to stop pretending there is no pattern. The key is not to chase the performance. Do not become the man who starts staring too hard because you think you have decoded her. Stay steady. Notice it, then give her just enough response to see what she does next. A calm smile, a short comment, a little eye contact that does not beg. If she is interested, she will usually give you another opening. She will hold the look a little longer. She will come closer. She will make the next moment easier. She will act casual, but she will not disappear from your orbit. That is how you separate real attraction from your imagination. The sign is not that she wants attention in general. The sign is that she seems to want your attention specifically. And when she gets it, something in her energy changes. She becomes more alive, more aware, more careful, more playful. She may never say, "I wanted you to notice me," but she keeps placing herself where your attention can find her. Don't chase every signal. Read the pattern. The biggest mistake you can make is turning every little sign into a story in your head. She smiled once, now you think she wants you. She replied with extra words, now you are already imagining where this could go. She stood near you one time, now you are searching for meaning in every movement she makes. That is how a man becomes awkward. He stops seeing the woman in front of him and starts seeing the fantasy he built from one small moment. Attraction is not proven by one smile, one laugh, one look, or one playful reply. Those things can mean something, and they can also mean nothing. The real sign is the pattern. Does she keep making conversation easier? Does she keep giving you reasons to speak? Does she keep noticing things about you? Does her energy change around you in a way it does not change around everyone else? That is where the answer usually sits. A woman who is secretly attracted often gives you openings, not announcements. She may not say the words. She may not make the first move directly. She may protect herself by acting casual, because rejection still touches her pride too. So she gives you small doors. She stays in the conversation longer than she needed to. She finds a reason to be near you. She makes an ordinary moment feel a little more personal. She remembers what you said. She watches how you respond when she gets close. She acts like it is nothing, but the same nothing keeps happening again and again. That is where you need to be sharp, not desperate, not thirsty, sharp. You notice the opening, then you respond like a man who is comfortable with attention. You do not overreact, you do not rush, you do not interrogate her about what she meant. You step in lightly, see if she steps with you, and let the moment tell you what is real. And if you read it wrong, handle it like a man. Do not get bitter because she was friendly and you thought it was more. Do not punish her with coldness because she did not match the story you made up. Just pull back, stay respectful, and keep your dignity intact. The man women notice is not the man who chases every signal like he is starving. It is the man who can see interest without losing himself in it. He can enjoy the tension without becoming needy. He can move closer without forcing it. He can walk away without making it dramatic. That is the balance. Pay attention, but do not obsess. Respond, but do not chase. Let her behavior repeat before you believe it. Because when a woman is truly attracted, she may hide it at first, but she usually cannot hide the pattern for long.